Hello, first graders. Welcome to the writing section of your phonics today. Please make sure that you have your paper ready to go. Of course, you are scooched all the way in underneath your table, sitting up nice and straight. You have your stomach touching your table and your back is touching the back of your chair. Also, good writers always hold their paper so that their paper does not move around. All right, my friends, the first sound for today is ha. Say it with me. Ha. Go ahead and write it. Ha is a tall letter. Starts at the top line, pull down, trace it back up and over the clock. And you will see here that I went way above, accidentally, my dotted line there. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to cross it out. I'm going to try it again, making sure the top of my hump touches that dotted line and it doesn't go any higher. Nice big fat hump. All right, my friends, if you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. Our next sound is ah, oh, ooh. Say it with me. Ah, oh, ooh. Go ahead and write it. This is an O, starting at 2 o'clock, around the clock, back up to 2 o'clock. Ah, oh, ooh. 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 All right, nice job, friends. If you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. Our next sound is I. Say it with me. I. Go ahead and write it. Starting at the dotted line, pulling straight down, pick up your pencil and float that dot. Dotted line, down, float the dot. Dotted line, down, float the dot. And we say I. 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 Nice job, friends. If you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. Our next sound is E. Say it with me. E. Go ahead and write it. All right, making sure you go straight across and then up and around the clock, making sure there's a point right there on your E. Straight across, around the clock. E. Look at my point. E. Look at my point. E. 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 Nice job, my friends. If you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. The next sound is J. Say it with me. J. All right, go ahead and write it. All right, this is a G, starting at 2 o'clock, around the clock, back up to 2, pulling down and around the bottom of the clock, making sure that tail is sitting on the next line. J. 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 And J. Nice job making sure that it's not above the dotted line and it's not hanging down below that bottom line. The next sound is J. Say it with me. J. Go ahead and write it. This one starts like an I at the dotted line, but we pull through the baseline and then around the bottom of the clock. So remember, this one's kind of like an I and a G mixed together. And then you float that top, that dot. J. Making sure that it's nice big clock letter at the bottom there. J. 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 All right, if you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. The next sound is K. Say it with me. K. This is the letter that only says K. It only has one sound. This is a tall letter. So this is a K. Remember, we get to pick up our pencil on this one. So you pull straight down, almost like an L. Then put your pencil down at the dotted line and we go in, out. I like to say that that's the arm and that's the leg. It's underneath that dotted line, making sure you don't have any capital K's. Because if you do this with the arm and the leg up here, that is a capital K. This arm needs to be under the dotted line. We're not doing capital K's right now. So it's tall, but then the arm and leg are short. Tall, short arm, short leg. Double checking too that you're not going from here going wah wah like that. Nope. We don't do it like that. We do tall, and then you put your pencil on the dotted line, in, out. Tall, in, out. Tall, in, out. And we say k for that one. Go ahead and pause if you're not at the end of the line. And the last sound is ol. Say ol. Go ahead and write it. Ol. This one's easy peasy, just a straight line. Just double checking that it's touching the top, touching the bottom. That's it. Ol. 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 Nice job, friends. Okay, we're going to write some words. We have 3 words to write today. Our first word is the word hot. Man, oh man, it is hot outside. Get your fist up, sounding it out. Ah, t has 3 sounds. Ah, t. The first sound is For the second one, use the letter that says ah, o, oo. And for the last sound, use the letter that says t. Hot. Go ahead and write it on the line. Hot. Ah, t. Okay, remember H is tall, up and over the clock. Ah, o, oo. And t is also tall. Were you able to do H-O-T, hot? If you did H-O-T, hot, give yourself a star or a smiley face. And this is the first sound of O, so we don't have to put any numbers on him. Because this week we are working on short O. Ah, ah, ah. Our next word is log. Wow, we cut down that tree and we took the log to make a fire with the log. O, ah, g. Do it with me. Ol, ah, g. Use ol. Use that same one, ah, o, oo, but it's the first sound, ah, and g is g, j. Go ahead and write it. Do a finger space and write it. Log. L. Og. Starting with an L for L. Ah is ah, o, oo. And G is the G, j. Log. If you wrote L-O-G, log, give yourself a star or a smiley face. Nice work. One more word for today, my friends. Finger space. Hop. I saw a bunny hop into a grassy field. Hop is the word. H. Ah, p. Say it with me. H. Ah, p. So, h. Use the h. Use ah, o, oo, and use p. Go ahead and write it. Finger space, write it right here. Hop. Making sure your H goes up and over the clock. Ah, using ah, o, oo, and p. Tracing that back up around the clock and give it a tuck. Hop. Did you write H-O-P, hop? If you did, give yourself a star or a smiley face. Nice job, first graders. I will see you next time.